you and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win.
Okay, so let's start here. This is a Boss 7.5-foot snowplow with buyer's wings. They used to come out at more of an angle, and what I did was I cut them, I brought it in to make it more of a scoop type plow, re-welded it, and then I cut the rubber scrapers at the bottom. There's a gap in each corner and the bottom. My driveway doesn't sit even anyway, it slopes off. The gap's really not as bad, but that doesn't allow much snow out anyway. Nothing I'm concerned about. That's how I reconnected them and braced them with flat plate. This plow used to be a 3-spring setup. I made that plate and welded it in there almost 2 years ago and added a 4th spring in just so it doesn't trip as easy. I know people say be careful because that puts a lot more pressure back on your plow. I haven't had a problem. You guys know I don't beat my stuff. So I still got to flush the fluid. I haven't done that this year. I drain the fluid out and put new fluid in it every year. You guys just saw the lights. Now that bar light is for a lot of my driveways I have on back roads, long driveways, big trees all around it. I can't ever see. Even with the regular, these are the high def lights on the plow. I can't ever see, so I use that. There's a lot of times where I need more light, but I'm in residential areas and I will blind people with that light. So this year I added this 12-inch bar on. I haven't dialed it in exactly where I want it yet, but I have it roughly aimed down about 6-7 foot out in front of the plow. So I have that now that I can use without blinding people. Last year I had the MT mud tires, brand new. I put on them. They were fantastic for plowing snow, fantastic for stacking snow, but they're horrible for driving down the road when it was snowy on the road. The truck would just be all over. So this year I bought BF Goodrich ATs. These tires are less than 200 miles on them. They're muddy because there's mud over there. Oh, by the way, this is a Boss RT3 straight blade. I've had this thing for 5 years now. You see up there I have a 36-inch strobe bar, and then I have another 36-inch facing that way. You see my other 12-inch LED, that's wired directly into my reverse lights. Now, the reason it's up there with straps, with the wire coming down, it runs down through my bed here, I have it like in a coil, is because it mounts right there on the back of my Salter. So that when I'm backing up while I'm plowing, I have light back here and I can see. That is, so in the summertime when I take the Salter off the truck, I take it up there and I just strap it on there. That way I still have good reverse light. Regular reverse lights on the truck never give you what you want. So I have it up there so I can see better. And that's the other thing I gotta do. I gotta cut them straps, bring it back here and mount it back on the Salter. So to be ready for plowing. Last year, you guys see I put a new motor, new transmission, this whole new box. This whole box is all brand new. I redid all of that last year. Go back in my videos about my Salter and you will see. This is a swing away. I just undo these 2 pins and this whole Salter swings right out. This thing will hold about 800 pounds of salt. Oh, the rack is kind of sideways in there, but I got to fix the rack and just push it back down in there where it belongs. But you guys know there's all my salt. Well, there's the first wave of it. That's roughly 2,100 pounds of salt right there. So that is the Salter, the SnowEx, and a lot of people say you cannot run bulk salt through Salters. You have to run bag salt. I've run ton after ton after ton of bulk salt through there. All you need is this. Ready? Pretty loud, huh? What that is a vibrator. Not the one, not the kind in the dirty stores. That right there, that's a vibrator bolted to the back, and it vibrates and shakes and breaks up all that bulk salt so it'll go down through the auger. Okay. And that is wired to right here. All this is a piece of angle steel. I ground it down, rounded the edges, and that's the toggle for that vibrator. This toggle here runs that new 12-inch LED bar that is on the front of the plow. Up here, this toggle runs that big bar light that's up across the top there, and then these two, that runs the strobe 36 bar that faces forward, that runs the one that faces backwards. Okay, this is for my SnowEx salter back there, and right now I have it set about 32, 35 is where I usually run it, and then you can hit blast, which automatically takes it to 99. And when it's running, see, spinner's going. Okay, you can dial it in. You just turn this dial and it puts it wherever you want, however much you want to go. Usually right about 35, I think, is where I usually run it. A lot of people run it higher, lower. It's all preference. Do what you want. Don't start talking crap on this video about where you run it. I have never not melted a lot. I scrape them first and dump the salt. I use very minimal salt to maximize my profits. It's always worked for me. I've never had a problem, and that's how I do it. You got to be careful. You can lose a lot of money real fast out of that little spinner back there if you're dumping massive product. Let me show you guys. This is the Boss controller I've always used. Why is the lights on? Oh, they're not on. I could just see them there. Okay. Anyway, this is the handheld controller I've always used. Up, down, left, right. It's your standard straight blade controller. I mentioned in a video the other day, it just plugs in. See a plug right there? And the plug is under, it's back there. What I've wanted to do for a long time is switch to this kind. This is the quick response Boss controller, joystick controller. I wanted to go with this for a long time, just never have. These controllers like 300 bucks. I got a good deal on it, got it for like 180 brand new on eBay. I looked for videos all over on how this works, and it's just I can't find them anywhere. You can find, there's the one for the joystick style like this, but it's for the Boss V Plow, but I can't find nothing for the straight. So I'm gonna make a really quick video on this, exactly how it works. I'll show you real quick, but there's just the mounting bracket. I made this mounting bracket, and there's a 3M extreme duty double-sided tape behind there, and then a couple set screws in there holding it in. But you basically just have your power switch, and you just pull it back, lifts the plow up, left, right, and then push it, and it stays in the forward position. It locks forward, and that's the float mode. That's pretty much it. But I wanted to mount it right here where my arm rests on my center console, and it's just right there where I want it. You know, when you plow for hours and hours on end at a time, you get tired, you get worn out, and the simplest things to make your life easier, trust me, makes all the difference in the world. So that is it, guys. That is my 2017-18 snow winter setup. Oh, this is a 2005 GMC 1500 with the 5.3 in it. 2 years ago I had the transmission rebuilt. It pretty much has the same equivalent transmission as my 3500 one-ton dually. So I had it rebuilt for torque, and I have never had a problem. You guys know, I'm not going to get into it in this video, but you guys know the deal with my opinion on plowing with 1500s. You'll see that the bottom of this door, the cab corners, and the rockers are all rotten out down there, and that's from the salter. Other than that, the truck is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It does have 180,000 miles on it. It still starts up and goes every day. This door is fine, but the cab corner and down below, it's shot. But this is the last year. I'm plowing with this truck last year, and then I am actually going to sell it as you see it. I'm going to sell it with the plow, all the light bars, salter, everything on it, complete. Somebody can use it for a lot truck or do whatever they want. It's been a fantastic truck. It has served me well for 5 years of plowing, and that's that. So at the end of this winter, come spring, I'll start looking, and before next winter I will have something new. I have no idea what I'm going to get yet. I haven't decided, but I will almost guarantee it will be a straight blade. I do not like V plows. My main reason I don't like V plows is because when you have the blades forward in the scoop mode, you lose a lot of the width of your plow. right now I can scoop and I'm still almost 8 feet wide. So I'm just a straight blade kind of guy. But that's it. And the SnowEx, I can't even remember, I think it's a 1575. I bought this used. This Salter has made me a ton of money, but I want a smaller one too. I don't need one that big, so I'm definitely going to a smaller Salter that sits just below my tailgate, and just the hopper not quite as big. I don't need anything that big. So that's that, guys. That is the plow truck setup. Okay, real quick, I'll do an update. Remember I just showed you the 12-inch bar light, LED light I had there that is always on the back of the Salter, but I moved it up there for the summer so I still have better reverse lights. Well, for the life of me, I cannot find that bracket. There's 2 brackets, and they go in, the bolt screws through the brackets and through those nuts that stay inside there. And then you can mount the bar wherever you want, turn it, tip it, whatever. Well, I can't find them. Now, this thing was like 15 bucks online. I can get 2 mini, like 3-inch or 4-inch ones, for like 25 bucks online. Their LED bars are so cheap these days because they're so common now. They used to be insanely expensive, but anyway, that could take 4 to 5 days to get here. That's normally what I do, but they're calling for some major polar vortex coming down through our area like in the next 4 days. So who knows if we'll actually get it, but if we do, I'm going to be screwed without reverse lights. So I went and bought new ones, and there they are. This one, I mounted on crooked. Now I got one to each side. The thing with that 12-inch bar right in the middle, and because of the way the bracket is, it either aimed straight, like upward at an angle, or down real low. I wanted the lights to be more straight out, tipped down just a hair, but more straight out, so it shines light further out and I could see better. So I really wanted one on each side, but I just didn't have them. So I just went and bought these. These are each 9-inch, and I wired them into my reverse lights just like I had the other ones. These have quick release plugs, so if I swing the tailgate spreader out, all I gotta do is disconnect the plugs. But I rewired everything all in, all new wires, all new connections, and so we'll see if they actually work. If I didn't screw this up, well, just turn the key on here. Put it in reverse. The truck shouldn't roll because the plow is going to stop it. And if we have lights, then I'll know it worked. Oh yeah, whew. I'm covering the camera like I'm trying to cover your eyes. But full LED shining back, that's a lot of light. At nighttime, that's going to be insanely bright. So, put that back up in park, turn the key off. So that's it, guys. This concludes the plow setup, plow, Salter, million light bars, everything's set up. This is my setup for this winter. So, not the prettiest thing, but she gets the job done year after year. So, this is it.